Hello and welcome to the channel. In a previous video, we've seen how to insert pictures from Google Drive in Excel using VBA macros. I've been using that method for many years, but now we need to tweak the code a bit to make it work. So this other method consists of adding a shape that fits that range and then inserting the picture into the shape. So let's see how to do that. And for that, we go to the Visual Basic Editor, insert a module as usual, and then we're gonna call insert picture from Google Drive. And we're going to declare some variables. The first will be the URL as a string, and then the ID of the picture. So the picture ID in Google Drive, that's also going to be a string. Then we're going to need a shape object variable. Now the first thing we need is the ID of the picture in Google Drive. And we've seen how to get that in the previous video, so I'm not going to go through that process. So remember, the picture needs to be public or share with anyone. So I have here in other document the sharing link for my picture. If I paste that in a browser, we can see that picture, and that's a logo for Barcelona. And as you see, the sharing link has changed into a view link, and the picture ID is the part between the d/ until the next /. So I'm gonna copy that, and this is the view URL. So /view. We could also have a /preview to have a preview of the image, but neither of these URLs work in Excel. But it works, for example, with HTML. If you want to insert a picture in your website, you could reference this URL in the source of the image tag in HTML. But we need a different URL for Excel. So let me first of all come back here to our macro, and we're gonna add the ID of the picture here. And now the URL we need is a different one, and I have it also here in this document. So as you see, it's an export view URL. So you can export a picture in view mode, so to speak. You could also change view for download, and if you use that in the browser, it would download the picture. So I'm gonna copy this URL, and we're gonna have it here. That's the URL, and it's gonna be concatenated with the picture ID. But before we use that URL, we're going to add a shape to the selection. So remember, as in the previous video, we want to add the picture to whatever range we select. Let's say I want to add the picture to this range, right? That's the selection. So let me add a commentary here, add shape to selection. And for that, we're going to need the coordinates and dimension of the selection. We've seen that in several other videos. So if you don't know how to do that yet, please check some of the other videos. So we'll put that into variable. Let's say selection left is going to be the selection.left. Cell top is going to be the selection.top, and so on. The width and the height. Now we can add the shape, and again, we've seen how to do that in several other videos. Plus, there's also a video about the shape object in the Excel VBA objects series. So I'm going to leave the link up here just in case you still don't know how to do that. So we need to reference the active sheet or sheet 1, and then with shapes, add shape. And here we specify the type of shape. We're going to add a rectangle so that it fits the range. But you could add any other shape. Then the picture would adapt to that shape, right? So let's have MSO shape rectangle. There it is. Then we have to put here selection left, selection top, cell width, and cell height. That will add a rectangular shape to the selection. And I see there's a mistake here. So if we run the macro now, we see it has added a shape that fits the selection. Now let's remove it and continue with the macro. So we actually need to assign that shape to a variable, and that's why we declare SHP up here. So we need to set SHP equals to the shape, and for that we need to put that in parentheses. Now let me put that into separate lines so that we see everything. And now we're gonna insert picture in the shape, or into the shape. It's gonna be actually, so with SHP, we're gonna fill, and using the user picture method, we're gonna call here the URL, the location where that picture is, right? That will insert the picture in the shape. The other thing we're gonna do is just to remove the line around the shape, and for that we use line visible equals false. Here we end the with statement. So let's play now and see how we get the picture in the selection, and actually we have a shape with the picture in the selection. So that was an update to the macro to insert a picture from Google Drive in Excel using VBA macros. Thanks for watching.